I wish we were actual YouTubers who actually took time to produce these videos.
But you know what, bro? We're not.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the morning... Forgot the name of it.
Morning breakfast? Morning diner?
Yo, what's good? Are we? Bro.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, we are.
Bro.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Morning Dinner YouTube channel. Today we got something a little bit different. Now, usually on a weekly basis, we have creatives, entrepreneurs, and hustlers sit down and have a conversation with us. But this week, we're going to give you guys a little behind the scenes setup video.
Yep, of all of our equipment that we use for our podcast.
Y'all been asking for it. Here it is.
You know what he's been asking for?
Hey, bro. 3 people have asked me for it, bro.
Oh, okay. So now I'm going to take this camera.
He said nobody been asking. Hey, bro, 3 people asked me last week, bro.
Starting from the top, we got our newer LED panels under here. So we got a cheap, newer softbox that I customly cut out. So as you can see up there, we got the power outlets going into these 2. So we have this connected to a switch that we turn on, as well as all of our gear right here. We have our little wireless switch right here. Turn that on. Turns on all of our audio equipment, LED lights. And then the other one is the best part. This is the Behringer Euphoria UMC 404 HD.
What does that do?
This, to keep it in layman's terms, what is this called, bro? Audio mixer? Audio.
Bro, to be honest, we bought it a long time ago and I forgot.
No, what are these called?
It's the Behringer Euphoria interface. That just basically allows the signal to process through it and go on to the next level of gain staging, which is the noise gate / compressor. And if you guys are listening to this essentially allows us to take the audio, and no matter how loud we are, it'll compress it down. And then also, no matter how quiet the room is, we cut the sound off past a certain threshold. So essentially we have a 3 mic setup. These microphones are newer microphones. They're super cheap, dude. They're like 19 bucks on Amazon. You can probably get up with the boom arm for like 27 bucks. And then that audio feeds right into the Zoom H4n, which is our last level of signal processing. That allows us to capture the best quality audio with no artificial noise from the pieces of gear. Like, for example, when you guys watch the podcast live, if you watch the podcast live, you'll notice there's a little bit of hiss to it. That's because that audio is running straight from the last piece of gear, which is it's below the table. It's the HDMI splitter. That HDMI splitter goes straight into the computer, Chuck's laptop, which runs OBS. It's a little complicated. It's a little complicated to understand, but essentially we have, when you guys watch the videos on YouTube, there's a little bit of a hiss. That's why we use the H4n audio recorder, so that when you listen to it on iTunes and Spotify and YouTube, when we finally post the episode on Saturday, it doesn't have much of a hiss. It's clean. Plus, I do a little touch up in Adobe Audition. That's why it sounds so good. But the best part about it was that we actually have a fancy dancy piece of tinfoil right underneath. and that allows it so that when we have our guests sitting right underneath the light, we can crank this light up to make them bright enough without it spilling onto the background. And why we do this is a little bit genius, if I may say so myself. We have Philips Hue LED light bulbs back there. Show them real quick. Now, those LED light bulbs allow us to control the light from our phones and switch the lighting every single time we have a new guest. The reason we decided to use Philips Hue light bulbs is because we can change lighting without having to put new gels on, LED panels and all that good stuff. It's right here if you guys can see it.
Sure. So one thing is we're super lazy, and we started off the podcast with filming with all 3 cameras and recording all of them at the same time. It just didn't work out. It took too much time. The camera started overheating and the files were humongous. Plus the editing, you have to rewatch the entire podcast from beginning to end and cut each part out. So it was just too much. So we did a little research. So we're a bit lazy and we wanted to kind of have the entire video done by the end of the session.
Damn, look at that cable management.
Don't look at that. It looked good from above, not below.
Nobody sees that.
After doing some research on like multiple HDMI switchers, we found out that this one right here, it's a super high powered HDMI switcher. So it does 4 HDMIs So it switches between the HDMIs fluently. When we're doing the podcast, we can switch in between each person who's speaking. And by the end of the session, it's fully recorded, already done. We don't have to edit. The only thing is Keem has to bring the audio into Adobe Audition. This right here is the control. And a lot of people are probably wondering how it's switched during the podcast. And that's why I don't talk a lot, but I also suck at talking. So it works perfect. But I'll be under the table switching to each person when they're speaking. And
oh shit, you gotta wait.
Why?
I'm losing balance.
This is why we're not YouTubers. We're gonna keep saying that's gonna be the hashtag.
Well, we forgot to talk about the headphones, bro. These $1,000 headphones here.
Oh yeah.
Let them know.
You wanna speak on them? They're probably, hands down, the worst headphones I've ever heard in my entire life.
They got no bass, they got no mid, they got no treble.
And they peak. The reason why you have headphones,
you wanna make sure that whatever you're saying is going to the microphone and being recorded.
The HDMI switcher and everything. That HDMI switcher will go into a Elgato HD60 capture card. That's the one we rock with. I'm just gonna call that the superpowered HDMI switcher. That will go through my shitty cable management all the way to this HD60 Elgato capture card. And what that will do is that will run into my laptop, and then from there I use OBS. And to record the audio from the, the audio interface, I use this cheap Behringer sound card. Once again, we'll have everything linked below. And that's it. Like, subscribe.
Now the last part of this entire behind the scenes video, we're gonna talk about the cameras and why it looks so crispy and why it looks so cinematic. Here's the thing, Chuck and I are actual photographers and videographers, and we've been accumulating the gear that we have over the course of the last 10 years.
Yeah, 10. We'll
I would say 5 to 6 years. It's been a while.
2 years.
I can't remember. Anywho,
1 year.
We started out with Canon T2Is, T3Is, and over the years, as we got bigger gigs, we were able to afford higher, more expensive quality video production camera. So we use 2 A7R2s from Sony right now.
Yep.
Those are the cameras that record us.
And both the lenses on each camera is
85-1.8, right?
Yeah.
85-1.8, that's why you get that crispy bokeh in the background. And then our guest, we have a Sony A6500 with a, are we still using the 18-105 on there, or are we
Is that the 18-105
F4?
F4?
Yeah. So we'll have the cinematic B-roll of all that going on right now. That way you guys can check it out.
Do you have those cameras here?
I do.
Okay,
I brought them with me today.
Okay.
What else am I missing, bro?
All right, we got the H4n. So we just wanted to give you guys like a basic rundown of all our equipment. We're not super technical.
But you know what though? No, man, screw that. Cause you know what? It should. If people like what they hear from us, if people like the quality we're putting out, this is what they should get. Forget other reviews. Buy this stuff. Use our affiliate links. Just
Hell
kidding.
yeah.
We don't have affiliate links, do we?
Now we do.
Coming 2020.
Don't forget to click that like button.
And
hit subscribe. And please hit the bell so you're reminded of every new upcoming podcast we have. And probably we're gonna start doing more videos like this. If you guys like them, you'll probably hate them. You'll probably clown on us.
If you guys want a chance to win this lovely morning dinner t-shirt, not this one because this one's a little wrinkled up, make sure you follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. And follow at Airbrush Las Vegas on Instagram. And then lastly, drop a comment down below on this video because we're gonna use a YouTube random comment picker to pick the winner. to pick the winner. We'll announce the winner next Saturday when the episode drops. So if you guys want to win this shirt, make sure you drop a comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.